Hello everyone, I am Steph Bodrini, and this podcast is for everyone who wants to learn real estate investing from A to Z. I'll be sharing with you my journey in getting into real estate investing while being mentored by someone who has been doing retail real estate investing for the last 20 plus years so that you and I can make the least amount of mistakes and get to success a lot faster than usual. The podcast is also for people who are focused on retail investing, although the lessons we will be learning can be applied to all kinds of real estate investments. With that, a little bit about me. I'm originally from Brazil, and I have been living in Silicon Valley here in California for the last 18 years, which is forever, and I'm based out of San Francisco. I have been working in tech sales for the last 10 plus years in all kinds of startups in the Bay Area. And the reason why I decided to get into real estate investing is because I was looking into potentially become an angel investor in startups in the Bay Area. And as I was doing research on that and talking to my friend who has been doing retail real estate investing for the last 20 plus years, we came to the conclusion that real estate investing is the best return for your money and time. When you're investing in startups in Silicon Valley or anywhere else in the world, it is incredibly risky. You're basically kissing your money goodbye, and the chances of you getting a return for your investment are even more rare. So I decided I don't want to put all my savings that I worked so hard for into startups that I really don't know who's going to make it or not. And I decided that I wanted to start learning about real estate investing. And so in January 2018, I decided to devote 5 hours of learning real estate per week. So that was 1 hour a day, Monday through Friday. I didn't want to overextend myself, so I set the goal of 1 hour per day. And what I did in the beginning was I asked him to send me some of his leases so I could read them and ask questions and also get myself familiar with the terminology. Now, these leases are 40 to 80 pages long with a very small font. So consider it a book with a lot of terminology that you barely understand, but that you should at least know 50% of it and the rest your lawyer can know. However, that 50% is incredibly important because you're going to be the one negotiating those leases along with your lawyer. So I took a lot of notes. I asked him questions around all of these notes that I took. I'll be going over those with you when we get to actually leasing out one of the properties that I will purchase. But for now, I'll share with you the other two things that I did in January, which the first one was go to loopnet.com. That's LOOPNET. And this is a commercial real estate website where you can find properties that are available for sale. It's very old school and it's not super user-friendly. And of course, this is my tech side speaking, but it's as good as it gets. And I haven't found other better alternatives yet. So what you're gonna do when you go to LoopNet is you're gonna also open a Google Maps page on your screen, and you're going to zoom out to about a 2-hour drive from where you live. And the reason for that is that you want to be within a 2-hour drive of the properties you purchase, especially in the beginning, if not always. Because you know your market, you're gonna have to be driving there once in a while, and you really need to understand what's going on with your area, etc. So who is better than you, who lives in this beautiful area, to invest in the properties that are near you and that you know closely what's going on in the area. So that's going to be my strategy, at least for now, and probably into the future. Now, within 2 hours of San Francisco, up north, I see San Rafael. So now I go to LoopNet and I type San Rafael, California. I click search, and I'm going to click alert. Now, under name your search, you're going to write San Rafael, or whatever city that is for you. And then you're going to click confirm. What this is going to do is whenever there is a new property that is available for sale in your area, you're going to get an email alert from LoopNet, and is going to be named whatever city that is, and you're going to be able to see what just came in the market. Now go back to Google Maps, and the next city is, let's say, Larkspur. I'm going to go back to my search. I'm going to put Larkspur on LoopNet, and then I'm going to click alert again, and I'm going to name my search Larkspur, and so on and so forth. So what I ended up with was around 70 different searches that I saved from 70 different cities in the Bay Area, and I get an email alert every single time a few properties come available in those cities. What this is allowing me to do so far is to understand what my market looks like. And here in California, cap rates are very, very low. And I'll explain what a cap rate is in my next podcast. Meaning the amount of return for the investment you put down on the properties are pretty low. So I need to understand what is a good deal when a good deal comes by. I need to understand what the prices are going for per square foot here in the area, not only in San Francisco specifically, but also in the surrounding cities, because the price per square foot in San Francisco is very different than the price per square foot in Oakland, for example. And the last thing you're going to do in the beginning of your real estate investing journey is to go sign up at biggerpockets.com. Now, this is not something that I found myself. My friend Fernando told me to sign up for biggerpockets.com, and it's just a website where all kinds of people that are in real estate go to ask questions, they write blogs, and there are all kinds of people, from investors like you and I, all the way to real estate agents, loan agents, etc., etc., etc. So it's a very useful tool to get started. You can also start connecting with people in your area at biggerpockets.com and start a conversation. And that's how you're going to begin to network with the people that live around you and have been doing real estate investing for the last X number of years. So biggerpockets.com is another very good resource when you are getting started into real estate investing. Tomorrow, I'll go over what types of questions you should be asking the seller's real estate agent when you find a property that could be interesting. And I'll explain why you should be asking each of these questions so you can uncover information about the property. I hope this was helpful to you. My email is under the description, and I will be putting all the resources that I spoke about in this podcast under the description of the podcast. And ask me any questions, any specific topics you would like to learn, and I'll make sure that we get them answered in our journey into real estate investing. Subscribe to this podcast to continue learning the best commercial real estate investing tips. And if you can, please do me a favor and help me by writing a review. Since we are just getting started, I would be eternally grateful. See you next week.